Every artist searches for inspiration. Leo, an art student, was just looking for a cheap canvas, something he could practice on and later, with a coat of white paint, use again. He found it in the dark corner of an antique shop, an oil portrait of a Victorian gentleman with a sad, weary gaze. The shopkeeper sold it for a negligible price, as if he just wanted to get rid of it. Leo named him Mr. Huxley. That night, under the dim glow of his desk lamp, Leo worked for hours. When he lifted his head to rest and stared at the painting, he saw something impossible, or so he thought. A smile, so faint it was like a mere phantom of one. Just a trick of the light, Leo told himself, a phantom of an exhausted mind. But the phantom returned. The next night, it was no longer a faint smile. It had now transformed into a full, mocking, and unsettling smirk. And then came the eyes. The lifeless, oil-painted eyes now followed him around the room. Wherever Leo went, the heavy gaze of Mr. Huxley weighed on his shoulders. Fear slowly crept through his veins. But the real horror began the next morning, when Leo realized the changes were no longer confined to the face. The background of the painting, it was no longer that dark, Victorian room. There it was, his own bookshelf, his desk, his lamp. His world was slowly being painted into the canvas. Mr. Huxley was painting his room. Panic surged through him. He had to escape. He had to get out of the apartment, away from the painting. But the door was locked, as if the door itself was part of a motionless painting. Leo slowly turned back towards the painting. The work was finished. Mr. Huxley, the cursed painter, had completed his masterpiece, and in a corner of the painted room, a silent scream joined the collection of victims. A new permanent resident in the portrait of Mr. Huxley.